as I was putting together videos to post them last night, I came upon the one where I assembled this front crash bumper, and I was looking at it a little bit, and I had trouble getting these off. They go here. But I had trouble getting them off because this nut right here is a, hopefully you could see that. That nut is, it's actually a carriage bolt, so it's got a square head here. It catches on this piece of metal and it goes through this hole on this tab. And I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to have to take that thing apart just to get that little screw out or in. And I came up with a little trick. Hopefully it'll work as easily on this side as it did on the first side it did. But I'm going to take my little paint scraper and after I get the nut off, the thing won't fall all the way in, I don't think, but it's a little bit tough. You got to hold that up far enough to engage this piece. I'm going to put my little nut right there. But what I'm doing is I'm holding pressure against this carriage bolt, and I'll put on the piece I need to get on, and apparently I need an extra hand here, but I should have demonstrated on the other side so you could see. But by holding that nut up with that paint scraper, I was able to get the nut started on the top, and now to get it all the way in, all I have to do is maintain enough pressure to get the carriage bolt. The square portion of it has to go through the square hole in this, and that's what keeps it from turning. So I'm going to start this one. This one's not a problem because I can reach it from the bottom. But now that I've got that, I'll put a little bit of pressure up on the bottom of this bracket with this paint scraper on this side, and keep that square part engaged in the piece of metal that's supposed to keep it from turning. And once I get it to where it becomes a little bit difficult to remove the paint scraper from underneath the bracket here, I can do that because at that point I have enough of that square part of the carriage bolt engaged in this metal that it'll keep it from turning. So it's starting to get tight to turn. I pull that out, and if it's still not, if it's turning in there, I can put pressure up on the piece I'm bolting on, but I don't think I'm going to need to do that. So that's in there, it's tightening up now nicely. I may have to loosen these as I put it on to adjust the angle of these, because there are a couple bolts at the end. And just was making sure that I was actually having that be visible in the picture. So I may have to loosen these and adjust that and then retighten them when I'm putting it on the car. But I thought for a while there that I was going to have to take this thing all apart again, but I was able to salvage it. So my fear that I was going to have to take that apart was unfounded, because I came up with a way of holding the carriage bolt up into the square cutout that keeps it from turning. So I was fortunate.